Alright, this video I want to say that Bruce Lee is traditional. So I was thinking about this just right now, and I was like, you know, he's been, he's been passed away for about 40, 50 years, and traditional, the definition that I'm gonna put to it specifically for this video is things of the past. So you compare today to Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's traditional according to today because it's like 50 years later. So like traditional is more like, landline back in Bruce Lee's time, and then now modern is like cell phones. So like Bruce Lee, 50 years ago, because he died 50 years ago and he was expressing his thing 50 years ago, that's considered traditional compared to what's going on right now. Now, back in Bruce's time, when he was living, he was speaking against the traditional. He was speaking against the things that were before him, saying that this is like classical organized mess. And I could understand his point of view. He was speaking against the traditional and then creating his own at that moment to better the traditional to what he, to his own standards. But now, today, 50 years later, what we have representing the martial arts is more like this cage fighting. That's considered like modern because it's today. Well, like, I'm not promoting today's stuff. I'm promoting the traditional, his way, Bruce Lee's way. And because he died like 50 years ago, there's not enough marketing out there pushing his name, because he's been dead for so long. What's big now is like, cage fighting, the UFC, the Pride, big names like Mayweather, Pacquiao, all these cage fighting people, the BJJ, whatnot, MMA, boxing, Thai boxing. That's what's in right now. That's what's popular now. But that's not what I like. What I like is Bruce's stuff. So I'm promoting Bruce's work. I'm saying to the people, hey, don't pay attention to what's going on right now. Pay attention to what Bruce had to share. Because specifically in this example, I see so much more value in Bruce's way than what we see now. So I promote people not to get involved in MMA, but to really get involved with Bruce Lee and Jeet Kune Do, and to learn about the Tao, the teachings of Buddha, to learn about the Chinese culture, and to appreciate, everything that Bruce was sharing at that time. So it's kind of ironic. Like back then, Bruce was speaking against the traditional, but now 50 years later, he has become traditional, and I'm not speaking against the traditional. Speaking against the traditional is like speaking against Bruce. And if I speak against Bruce, then that's me like supporting what's going on right now with the cage fight and all that stuff. And I clearly do not support that stuff at all. So now in this time, I'm trying to inspire and encourage people to appreciate the traditional, which is the Bruce Lee. And I don't care, everybody's into what's going on right now. And it's the same thing that goes with music. It's like everybody's bumping the new stuff right now. The modern people are like Kanye West and Jay-Z and Drake and, Eminem and, all these new people. But I'm still promoting and listening to like Tupac, which he died like, I think in 95 or 96. So he died a while back, Probably like 20 years ago he died. So it's like you're not gonna find that many people that are into like Tupac at this moment. It's like his real loyal fans are the ones that are still loyal to him, 20 years later, 30 years later, but now people are into what's in now. So even if you look at YouTube, you'll see that Tupac videos don't have that many views compared to like what's in right now. But it's like I have this appreciation for the traditional. So Tupac is considered traditional because it's like over 20 years ago. Bruce Lee's considered traditional because it's over 50 years ago. And I just see so much beauty in the traditional than the modern. The modern right now is just very disgusting to me. It's just it's a poor representation of the martial arts, whatever they're calling the martial arts right now. So now in this time, you know, it's ironic, that Bruce is talking bad about the traditional back then, but now it's like people like me who have that appreciation for the traditional are the ones who are trying our hardest to keep his spirit alive through pretty much our own marketing efforts by making videos, showing gratitude towards his expression, because right now the whole market is oversaturated with all this combat sports stuff, and the more people get hypnotized by all these things, the less that they remember great people like Bruce Lee, and but I'll continue to keep promoting his teachings as time passes, so then we could keep that spirit alive.